for all of you, particularly our guests, that's the opening round. And if I could ask you to please stand. Welcome to the March 21st meeting of the Rotary Club of Louisville. I'm Barry Barker, president of our club. To lead us this afternoon in invocation is Olivia Asher. Olivia is a student at the Christian Educational Consortium and the president of the Rotary Interact Club.
Would you bow your heads with me? Dear God, I thank you for this wonderful day, and I thank you for all of these people in this room, Lord, students and
Our annual Unsung Heroes program is one of our club's largest attended meetings each year, despite of what basketball games are going on. Guests, our club is honored that you're here today, and we thank you for your selfless service throughout the community. Club members, we will refrain from announcements and shout-outs today as we can commence, so that we can commence with recognizing our heroes. Please, for further information, check your Sparks for news and notes. Tony Kemper is head of the Hall School, our club's immediate past president. Paul Harris, society member and chair of our Rotary Fund Board. And just an all-around nice guy. He will be emceeing today's program. Tony?
Welcome everybody. This is a special meeting, one of our favorites of the year, if not the most favorite. Unsung Heroes, guests, Rotarians, welcome to the annual A.B. Sawyer Youth Recognition Day, the Unsung Heroes program. It's a great day for the Metro Rotary Clubs of Louisville. The Unsung Heroes program honors students whose high school experiences have reflected dedication, service, working behind the scenes, without intent or purpose for recognition. The recognition of these heroes is based upon the Rotary ideal of service above self, which is manifested in their service throughout our community. The Youth Recognition Awards are presented in the name of one of Rotary's heroes, A.B. Sawyer. Throughout his life, Mr. Sawyer worked to open doors of opportunity for young people throughout our community. He sought no recognition. His satisfaction came from helping to improve his and our community. We're honored to have several guests with us today. I ask that you stand and be recognized as I call your name. And friends, let's hold our applause until all have been introduced. From St. Francis High School, representing the independent schools, Alexander Thurstone. From the Archdiocese of Louisville Catholic Schools, Lisa Schultz, Superintendent of Schools. From the University of Louisville, Jim Sawyer. From Bellarmine University, Lindsay Driscoll and Kate Braven. And from Jefferson Community and Technical College, President Ty Handy, and also Laura Smith. Thanks for being with us and for all you do in our community. This year, 50 high schools nominated 90 students. All 90 were worthy of recognition as unsung heroes. However, there can only be one hero per school. Given our purpose here today to recognize the unsung, I'm confident that those not selected will not miss a beat as they continue with their personal service initiatives. Representatives from Rotary clubs who sponsored our students today, representatives from Rotary clubs did sponsor our students today, and will representatives from each club stand as I call your name, and again, we'll applaud you for your service after all are acknowledged. From the Prospect Goshen Rotary Club, President-elect Bill Haswell, and Unsung Hero Coordinator Louis Fowler. Thank you. From the Rotary Club of Louisville, the Suburban Club, Michael Parker, Assistant Governor of Rotary, Sandy Lavelle, President, and George Weber, welcome. From the Rotary Club of East Louisville Sunrise, President Beverly Clark, President-elect Linda Barber, and Unsung Hero Coordinator Bob Bueller. Thank you. From the Southwest Louisville Rotary Club, Robin Corbett, who's their president, and their president-elect is Gary Copeland. Welcome. From the Rotary Club of Louisville, President Barry Barker, and President-elect Luke Schmidt, who's dealing with a nasty cold today. Let's wish him well. Thanks, Barry. And from CoSair Charities, Sarah Hugenberg and Allison Semblani. And I hope I pronounced your last name correctly, Allison. Thanks all for helping to lead this out. Gandhi said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Today we will get a glimpse of how these unsung heroes have lost themselves in service to others in their community, their school, and sometimes even the entire world. Unsung heroes, as I call your name, please stand in place as we share information that you've provided about your service. And then please be seated as I call the next hero's name. And audience, we have much to celebrate, so I would ask please that we wait, hold our applause till the end, and then through our applause, let it be known throughout Louisville how much we acknowledge and appreciate all of the unsung heroes. For Wagner High School, Jadell A. Smith. Colin Powell once quipped, "A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat and determination and hard work." Despite family challenges, Jadell is the essence of determination and perseverance. He works 2 jobs to support his school needs and his family, and somehow Jadell finds time to volunteer as a peer tutor for students with disabilities. He's involved with several school clubs and plays varsity football. Jadell plans to attend JCTC for his general education classes and continue to work for UPS. Jadell plans to pursue a career in music production. From Evangel Christian School, Kathleen Elizabeth Wakeman. You don't lead by pointing and telling people someplace to go. You lead by going to that place and then making a case. This quote describes Kathleen's leadership to improve her school, church, and community. She has led successful efforts to collect and distribute blankets, hats, and scarves to the homeless. She has been on a summer mission trip to Costa Rica, working in an orphanage and serving as an unofficial behind-the-scenes liaison, facilitating communications among various branches of the Evangel Christian School family. Last year, Catherine was the only student selected from Kentucky to sing at Carnegie Hall in the prestigious International Women's Honors Chorus. Catherine will attend the University of Kentucky, majoring in psychology. Sky Lee Cowan from Fairdale High School. Sky's counselor wrote in her nomination form, quote, "She exemplifies the service above self ideal in the classroom, on the athletic field, and in the community. Despite obstacles and hardships, Sky finds something positive to be grateful for each day and always helps others. She spends a great deal of time teaching at a local elementary school, plays softball in a community league, and is actively involved in her church. While majoring in secondary education, Sky will play softball for Campbellsville University. She plans to become a high school teacher and ultimately a high school principal." From Fern Creek High School, Ryan Andrew Peterson. Vince Lombardi famously said, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up." His life lesson, wrapped in a football metaphor, speaks of Ryan. He has faced the challenge of getting back up and has done so with steely determination, turning obstacles into accomplishments. Ryan is the school's mascot, a student aide. He tends to the school garden during the school year, and in the summer takes care of wildlife. Ryan plans to attend Hanover College and major in biology with a minor in zoology. Virginia Calderon from Georgia Chappie Taft. It's often the case with our heroes that while recognition may not find them, they are unsung for so many reasons. The 3 R's that describe Virginia are reliable, responsible, and role model. She goes about helping others by working a part-time job, teaching Sunday school. She's active in school clubs, sports, and music while maintaining advanced coursework. Virginia will begin her path to become a dentist this fall at the University of Louisville. From Liberty High School, Phoebe Giselle Alcon. Phoebe is a first-generation citizen and will be a first-generation college-bound student. Congratulations. She worked through struggles that would have stopped many people. She is the embodiment of grit and the ability to fight through adversity to achieve dreams. Throughout her school career, she has become a fiery advocate for students who are bullied. She has participated in a Latino leadership and college experience camp, book club, and Women of Work. Beyond the school day, she has a part-time job, helps in the family business, and volunteers for an animal rescue. Phoebe will attend Bluegrass Community and Technical College and study sonography. Cassidy Manuel, Louisville Male High School. Cassidy's the complete package. Leader, doer, exceptional student, community volunteer. She's committed to developing excellence in her own life, as well as providing others the support that they need to do the same. This is why she is an unsung hero. A small sampling of Cassidy's activities include Taekwondo black belt, head Taekwondo instructor for ages 4 through 6, and beginners, advisory board for the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Program, multiple school sports and clubs, Water Step, Dare to Care, and student leadership team member of her church, all while maintaining a rigorous pre-college course of study. Cassidy's passion for mathematics and analytics will lead her to Indiana University toward her goal of working for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. From Marion C. Moore High School, Awa Sauho. It's said of Awa, she is truly dedicated to living a life of service. She has committed herself to serving her community, her neighborhood. She volunteers at the local public library and helps her mother prepare meals for the less fortunate members of her religious community. She works with ROTC members to carry out Moore's yearly Christmas canned food drive and prepares and distributes food baskets to needy families in her neighborhood. Awa is a member of the National Honor Society and volunteers at her mosque. Awa's current plan is to enlist in the military or attend college through the Air Force ROTC program. From Presentation High School, Michaela Davis. Michaela has a heart, a big heart, a heart of gold, a servant's heart. This is evident through her volunteer peer tutoring, volunteering at Glenridge Healthcare, Jewish South Medical Center, and Kentucky Refugee Ministries. In school, she is involved in multiple clubs and activities in athletics and also with artistic events. Michaela is a member of the varsity archery team, a theater performer, a member of the National Art Honor Society and National Honor Society. This fall, she will begin her pre-veterinarian studies as she prepares to become a vet. Lawrence F. Bowles III from Southern High School. Throughout his high school career, Lawrence has been educating and supporting his peers with special needs through tutoring and volunteering with Special Olympics. He's been actively involved as a volunteer and in leadership roles with Best Buddies, an international organization founded on the concept of providing inclusion and friendships for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. In addition to these activities, Lawrence is an avid musician. He will pursue a career in music education at the University of Louisville. From Trinity High School, Ryan Cleary Biddle. As quoted from his college counselor, quote, Ryan's involvements and activities at Trinity have truly forged him into a man of character. Leading from behind the scenes, he brings out the best that Trinity has to offer, end of quote. Ryan clearly possesses the characteristics and quality of a leader, all the while being driven to learn and better himself and those he works with. He has been a major supporter of students offering sandwiches by gathering supplies, making PB&J sack lunches, and delivering those to homeless shelters. The current sack lunch total is $4,000. Additionally, Ryan teaches tennis to children with Down syndrome, works as a classroom aide at St. Mary's Academy, and is a National Honor Society tutor. Ryan plans to attend Western Kentucky University and study actuarial sciences. From Butler Traditional High School, Hannah Faith Ashby. Booker T. Washington once said, "Those who are the happiest are those who do the most for others." This simple but profound statement describes Hannah's spirit of giving each day through her volunteer work within her school and community. Her gift for helping others is exemplified through her work with Butler Best Buddies, fundraising for the American Cancer Society, and serving meals at St. Vincent de Paul. After graduation, Hannah will continue her work with special needs children, either through education or medicine, and she will attend the University of Louisville. From Christian Academy of Louisville, Jacqueline Elise Major. According to the high school counselor, Elise is a young woman who consistently demonstrates determination and perseverance. Although she has experienced significant and unique challenges in her life, she is a leader and constantly encourages her peers. Because of her experience with a hearing impairment, she has raised awareness in her school and community about deaf culture and started a sign language club to teach others how to communicate with the deaf. Elise is an incredibly gifted musician and performs with several orchestras and tutors students in the cello. Her accomplishments are many, and her humility enables her to be an incredible leader. Elise plans to major in chemistry with a pre-pharmacy concentration in pursuit of a career in pharmaceutical research and development. From the Christian Educational Consortium, Olivia Claire Asher. The current Rotary International theme is Be the Inspiration. Rotarians are asked to help the organization move from reaction to action. When thinking of this theme, it describes Olivia perfectly. A sampling of her actions include Christian Educational Consortium, Interact Club, serving as its president, Sock It to Poverty, partnering with the local Rotary Club and other community organizations to provide hundreds of clean socks and blankets to the homeless. She has also assisted in multiple Fed with Faith events to pack food, clothing, and various items, then assisted in distributing those to individuals in need. She's involved with Operation Christmas Child with the school's Honor Society. Olivia plans to major in business at Liberty College. From Eastern High School, Hannah Elizabeth Conklin. Hannah has excelled and learned much in her volunteer activities, and as Maya Angelou conveyed, we are more alike, my friends, than we are different. She has spent countless hours volunteering in a homeless shelter, participated in a mission trip to Poland, spends time at the Ronald McDonald House, and serves meals with multiple organizations to those who are less fortunate. Hannah is also involved in many clubs. She's an active lacrosse player. She plans to major in chemistry or biomedical engineering at the University of Kentucky and pursue a career in pharmacy. From the Academy for Individual Excellence, Cameron Langford. It said that Cameron is a young man who has walked a mile and now wishes to go the second mile or even the third if necessary to help others and to find those that need to be able to learn how to walk as well. Cameron embraces service to others on a daily basis, assisting in the kindergarten classroom as part of his senior service. He's volunteered at the Santa breakfast for the last 4 years, and he even acted as a Santa stand-in for the last 2 years. Cameron is the go-to guy for activities such as house sitting, dog sitting, babysitting, and helping new neighbors move into their home. He will attend JCTC or U of L this fall. From Assumption High School, Sophia Berry Biaggi. Sophia believes in living a life of compassion. She demonstrates these beliefs by her creation of a mind, body, and spirit club. where she serves as the club's president. She's dedicated to educating the community on how to live a healthy lifestyle, physically, mentally, and spiritually. In addition, for the last 4 years, she's been active as an officer for the Global Issues Club, which raises funds for Assumption's sister school in Cambodia, as well as other immigrant and refugee organizations. Sophia is a retreat leader, golf team captain, and is involved also in 2 theater groups. She plans to attend the University of Kentucky and major in business. From Atherton High School, Margaret Jane Burns. Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service to others." That quote's attributed to Margaret as well. She's dedicated an incredible amount of time to missionary projects nationally and internationally. Each summer for the past 6 years, she's traveled to impoverished cities around our country and dedicated time to projects such as repairing houses, serving meals, and providing ministry. She had the opportunity to travel to Belize to help finish a school construction project and help raise money to provide roofs for homes and food for orphanages. She plans to return to Belize in hopes of sponsoring a child and providing goods to a family for a month. Closer to home, Margaret is very involved in her school, church, and community. Her passion is to work with children who are in abusive home situations or in pediatric intensive care units. She will attend Bellarmine University, majoring in psychology or nursing. Phoebe Lee Neville from Ballard High School. Phoebe has a passion for helping those with disabilities, assisting in and securing opportunities for those students to learn alongside their non-disabled peers. This passion grew and evolved in her junior year when she brought the Best Buddies program to Ballard and serves as the chapter president. Additionally, she's extremely involved in the special education department and is drawn to ensure her friends with disabilities can have the same opportunities as everybody else. Her school recognizes her as an unsung hero because, quote, she brings positivity and inclusion to Ballard like we've never seen before. Phoebe plans to attend Tulane University as part of their honors program and double major in neuroscience and psychology. From Beth Haven Christian School, Haley Dale Nicole Skaggs. Understatement walks hand in hand with being unsung. Haley is always willing to serve her school and community. She genuinely cares for others and spreads that love for others with an infectious smile. Haley is a volunteer with Southwest Church's Children's Ministry. She's a peer tutor, volleyball captain for 4 years, beta club president, and a student director for 3 different plays within their theater program. And this is only a hint of Haley's extensive outreach and community service. She plans to attend Boyce College and major in elementary education. From the Benet School, Jordan LaMichael Ellison. Jordan, would you please stand? Thank you. With a smile always on his face and a great attitude, Jordan is a positive role model to his classmates. His teacher noted that he is a breath of fresh air when he enters the room. Jordan works hard every day at a variety of community-based jobs with the school staff, and he's actively involved with Special Olympics. He's planning to participate in an adult day program with a supported part-time job integrated into the program. From Central High School, Kayla Diane Jones. Core values are guiding principles that dictate our behavior and our actions. A core value embraced by Kayla is service to others because it is the right thing to do. Kayla is a scholar and an athlete. She uses these gifts to mentor elementary children. She volunteers in a pediatrician's office and at Wayside Christian Mission. Kayla is a track and field captain, beta club member, and student council vice president. She plans to attend Georgia State University and a major in exercise science and physical therapy. That's Kayla Diane Jones from Central. DeSales High School, Carlos Lamont Ordway. Despite challenges throughout his life, Carlos has a strong sense of responsibility and a desire to use his gifts of leadership and insight to bridge cultural diversity. He serves as an example of what can be achieved when you refuse to give up, ensuring a successful future for yourself and for others. His sincere and humble approach allows those he serves to strengthen their confidence in their own potential and abilities. Carlos uses his talent as a peer leader and mentor to students transitioning into high school. He represented the school at the Louisville Archdiocese Day of Human Dignity. He serves as camp volunteer and mentor to youth athletic and academic programs. Carlos plans to pursue a career in criminal justice and homeland security in order to help provide a safe and protected environment so that citizens in every community can thrive. McKinley Reynolds Archie is not here. She's busy at Doss High School today, but let's honor her. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, light to the imagination, life to everything. This quote by Plato describes McKinley. He is passionate about music and enriches his classmates in the school community through mentoring and impromptu rehearsing with his peers. He directs the school choir for holiday programs and has participated in many regional choir performances. McKinley will attend the University of Louisville, and it's no surprise he will pursue a career as a music teacher. From DuPont Daniel High School, Melissa Pereira. Melissa's friends and teachers describe her as a patient, sensitive, empathetic, and hardworking individual. Her life quote is from Maya Angelou: "I have found that among its benefits, giving liberates the soul of the giver." Harbor House, the Americana Center, Kentucky Refugee Ministries, these are all places where she has dedicated countless hours to help those in circumstances similar to her own. Melissa was born in Santiago de Cuba, Cuba. She has overcome many obstacles and is determined to succeed. She has a dream board which changes each month in adjusting her short and long-term goals. Melissa plans to pursue a career in neuroscience with a minor in Latin American and South American studies, and she hopes to conduct research regarding Hispanic communities. From Highlands Latin, Jackson Hoffman. Personal integrity, quiet ambiguity, never boastful. These are all hallmarks of an unsung hero and descriptors that we use to describe Jackson. He is guided by the knowledge that individual acts of service, small or large, make a difference. Jackson thrives within his extracurricular activities, where he simultaneously takes on leadership roles and also serves quietly to better the organizations. A few of his school and community acts of service include science lab, drama troupe, director's assistant, volunteering with Bluegrass Academy Child Care, Operation Christmas Child, and various activities within his church. Jackson is a servant friend in a world begging for acceptance and diversity. He plans to pursue a major in biochemistry. From Holy Angels Academy, Evan Kenny McCarthy. Evan is the servant leader guided in his daily activities by strong faith and a desire to improve the lives of others. At Holy Angels, Evan is involved in theater, cross-country, and the school choir. His activities outside of school take him to St. Mary's Center every Friday, where he assists in the Savior. He volunteers with his church and community outreach programs. Evan is described as a great leader and a role model to others. He will be attending Indiana University Southeast, majoring in audio production and business administration. From Holy Cross High School, Caitlin Hannah Hickey. If it's true that teachers most effective and influential in our lives are those who take our hand, open our mind, and touch our heart, well then Caitlin should thrive in her intended career in education. Her passion for education is evident in that she volunteers at 3 different schools. She's a National Honor Society peer tutor and serves as a Harbor House volunteer. She's involved in athletic teams, academic clubs, and her church youth group. Caitlin will attend Bellarmine University, majoring in English. Valkia Wakwika. Valkia is a profile of fortitude, and determination. Prior to immigrating to the U.S., she spent 2 months out of the school because her parents could not pay the tuition fees in her home country. However, she did not let that stop her from learning as she continued to read and practice her vocabulary skills. Valkia brought her love of learning with her when she came to the U.S. Today, she continues to share her love for learning by tutoring and translating for ELS students. She maintains leadership positions in multiple clubs and volunteer activities. Valkia will attend Hanover College and major in international studies. She plans to use her degree working in immigration to help refugees and immigrants transition to living in the United States. Kendall Royals from the J. Graham Brown School. Empathy, most genuinely, is a consequence of personal expertise. Keeping this statement in mind, it describes J. Graham Brown School's unsung hero. Kendall has met the challenge of her dyslexia to tutor others, ironically taking her weakness and using it as a strength. She uses the skills she has learned to teach others how they can succeed. Many students shy away from adversity, but Kendall confronts adversity head on. She has served as class president for junior and senior years. She plays varsity softball. She's a member of the National Honor Society and Beta Club and tutors through her church parish. Kendall works nearly full-time to build her college fund and is evaluating her options between several universities in the state. From Jeffersontown High School, Parker Scott Robinson. Parker keeps good company with former presidents, astronauts, athletes, and celebrities because they're all Eagle Scouts, as Parker is. Despite personal loss, he perseveres and pushes himself to be his absolute best, both in the classroom and on the athletic field. He's very active in the Boy Scouts, runs cross country and track, is a Beta Club member, and is the first degree holder of Taekwondo Black Belt. Parker plans to attend the University of Louisville, majoring in engineering. From Kentucky Country Day, Rachel Bradley. As you heard earlier, the four-way test guides growth periods of what we think, say, and do. And we use it to determine if every action or comment will be beneficial to all concerned. Rachel leads by example, organizing the school walkout for solidarity with the Parkland school shooting. Muhammad Ali Youth Rights Conference speaker and Pritchard Committee Student Voice Team leader. Rachel directs and produces student-run shows and participates in every KCD theatrical production. She's currently evaluating her business study. From the Louisville Classical Academy, Anna Amina Sadakovich. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. This perspective is echoed about Hannah by her academic team. Hannah is committed to helping others and has been described as one of the most dependable people in the school. She tutors students in Latin, serves as the school's babysitter during school functions, and has been a weekly nursery supervisor at her church for the last 3 years. She is involved in the Junior Classical League, Louisville Girls Leadership, worked at the Douglas Farmers Market, and is a dedicated musician. Hannah will pursue a degree in computer information systems. From Louisville Collegiate School, Annika Louise Beck. Quietly and unselfishly, Annika has been serving others throughout her high school years. She is actively involved in Louisville Girls Leadership, Lead to Lead Youth Board, Smoketown Wellness Center intern, Kentucky Refugees Ministry, and she tutors young children. In addition to all these activities, Annika has made a huge impact on one collegiate family whose mother is a refugee, as she tutors the children and takes them around town to activities and events. Annika plans to major in international business and hopes to live and run a business abroad. Nicole Elizabeth Smith from Mercy Academy is not here today. Let's honor her. A random act of kindness is a premeditated, inconsistent action designed to offer kindness toward the outside world. And this theme describes Mercy Academy's unsung hero, Nicole, who lifts up those around her by doing random acts of kindness. She volunteers at the Americana Community Center and Catholic Charities with her senior service group. She tutors at an elementary school and volunteers at a local soup kitchen and hospital. Nicole will attend Indiana University Southeast and pursue a career in human resources management. From Pleasure Ridge Park High School, Michaela Renee Baxter. Michaela excels in mathematics. She shares her gifts as a tutor to elementary school children. The calculus for why Michaela was selected as PRP's Unsung Hero is pretty simple though. She's selfless in her desire to help others as she infuses the student body with a humble, selfless, and positive attitude. In addition to her work as a tutor, Michaela belongs to the Pleasure Ridge Park Dance Team, Beta Club, and is a regular volunteer within her church. She plans to attend Indiana University Southeast, majoring in education. Her career plans are to return to PRP and teach math. For Portland Christian School, Abby Elizabeth Croft. Abby is a quintessential example of an unsung hero, serving her school in areas that often go unnoticed. She runs the tech for the school's chapel services on a weekly basis, and she is a teaching assistant, and she's involved in the school's assigned house group. Abby is active in the Rotary Interact Club. She has attended RILA, the Rotary Youth Leadership Camp. She's a member of several school clubs and has traveled to Poland on a mission trip. She will attend Boyce College to complete her general education classes, then Western Kentucky University to complete her bachelor's degree in exercise science, and ultimately move on to graduate school for a degree in physical therapy. From Sacred Heart Academy, Margaret Phyllis Glazer. Margaret's nomination noted, quote, she is the epitome of what it means to be a Rotarian. She is concerned about truth, fairness, goodwill, and benefiting all. She's passionate about working in her community and dedicates her time to helping others. Margaret never seeks out recognition and is the definition of humility. Of the many highlighted club sports and awards listed, it was noted that she is a seventh-generation Kentuckian, acutely aware of the issues that face our Commonwealth. So, she is an advocate for solving the opioid crisis. She was a member of the 2017 Young Leaders Academy at U of L McConnell Center. She attended the 2018 FBI Future Agents Conference and volunteers with Hand in Hand Ministries in Appalachia. Margaret plans to study political science with a focus in public policy. From Seneca High School, Jessica Garcia. The mission for the Army Junior ROTC program is to motivate young people to be better citizens, which perfectly models Seneca High School's unsung hero, Jessica. She has won many awards for the ROTC program and has an extensive list of volunteer activities in her school and community. A sampling includes mentoring children at the Southwest YMCA. She volunteers at the Lord's Kitchen and Food for Veterans, a volunteer color guard for ceremonies and events, and participates in the Salvation Army Angel Tree program. Jessica plans to join the U.S. Army and pursue a career as a pharmacist. In the future, she plans to work with low-income communities where she can help provide affordable medication. From St. Francis High School, Audrey Marie Hebner. Celebrated poet Maya Angelou provided this insight in the unsung role of healthcare professionals. She said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Audrey's caring spirit comes shining through in her many volunteer activities. She assists in caring for family members, volunteers through the Americana Community Center and St. Joseph's Children's Home. She is described as the rock of the school's volleyball team as she works part-time. Audrey will pursue a career in a health science field. From St. Xavier High School, Samuel Walton Thompson. Samuel is described as a giving person that possesses consistent academic excellence. And that's combined with endless hours of extracurricular activities, ultimately bringing a caring personality who makes a positive impact on every person that he meets. He tutors his school peers and each week teaches English to refugee and immigrant children and adults. He's involved in several STEM-related school clubs and has received a number of academic awards. Samuel will major in biology, adhering to pre-medical curriculum at either Bellarmine or University of Florida. His ultimate goal is to become a physician or a surgeon who serves the community. From the Academy of Shawnee, Christopher Anthony Knuckles. Christopher lives the Reebok slogan that life is not a spectator sport. He plays multiple sports. He's a member of the Men of Quality, serving as secretary and president. He volunteers with the AmeriCorps Build the Bed program. He is a peace educator, teaching his peers mediation and conflict resolution. And for good measure, is a guest journalist for the Courier-Journal. It is Christopher's servant heart that keeps him off the sidelines, but not in the spotlight when it comes to reaching out to others. He is quick to extend his hand to a student in need or help with charity fundraisers. Christopher will study sports administration. From Valley High School, Nathan Ray White. Nathan has refused to take on a victim mentality despite having overcome many personal challenges. To the contrary, Nathan is an upbeat, positive person, and he's always ready to help others. His service activities outside of school include youth mentoring and choir outreach ministry to his church, nursing home, volunteer service, and Operation Brightside volunteer. Nathan's instinct to help others will serve him well in his pursuit to become a nurse. From Valor Traditional Academy, Christopher Jonathan Harness. Determined, unselfish with his time, and motivated to make a difference, Christopher was selected for the school's Knight Award, the highest honor the school gives its students for service, integrity, and courage. He has also been recognized with the Knight Cruise Award for being an outstanding student volunteer. He tutors elementary school students in math, participates in fundraisers for wounded warriors in St. Jude, and is a member of the band club, chess club, and drama club. Christopher will attend the University of Florida. From the Walden School, Samantha Levis. Ronald Reagan once said, the greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things, but she's the one who helps get the people to do the greatest things. This quote describes Samantha. She's a class leader and a motivator. She's planning, organizing, and will lead the senior class in a capstone service experience. She serves in several club leadership positions and is an active volunteer with Dare to Care, an amazing child care learning center. Samantha will attend Wagner College in Florida this fall. Oma Esther Kang from Western Early College High School. Esther made her way to Louisville by way of South Sudan, North Uganda, Kenya, and New Zealand. At each stop, she learned about self and culture, picking up 5 languages along the way. Esther lost her father at a very young age. She has 3 younger siblings, and as the oldest child, she has taken on many responsibilities in her family. Esther is an entrepreneur and is on her way to becoming a businesswoman. She created a club called Design Ninjas, and through this club, Esther and like-minded students meet and discuss different business design models. She plans to major in business at a university yet to be determined. From Whitfield Academy, Zach Ray Morris. Commitment is defined as the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. Merriam-Webster obviously had a person like Zach in mind. Zach became an Eagle Scout this year and is part of an aviation program at Bowman Field. He is a member of the RB-12 program, which is an aviation-based group of students who are mentored and currently building, testing, and will ultimately fly their own airplane. Zach is very active in service projects with the Boy Scouts and Louisville Metro Parks. He will continue his aviation career at JCTC through their aviation maintenance program. From the Youth Performing Arts School, Amy Nicole Flynn. Amy makes the proverbial lights bright for most everyone involved in the school's theater productions. And that's everybody except herself. She plays a lead role, but only backstage in technical theater design and production. She also plays a support role in her part-time job and with church activities, including Wayside Mission and a local political campaign. Amy plans to attend Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, Canada, and study neuroscience. She plans to become a neurologist. Friends, there you have them, the Unsung Heroes class of 2019. Let's include the It's been said there's no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. And that's certainly true of our Unsung Heroes. Special thanks to the following for making our Unsung Heroes program possible. First and foremost, congratulations to the 48 Unsung Heroes. Consider this to be a call to more action because we need it. We need your example. To the school administrators who nominated these fine students. We have parents, family members, grandparents who are here. Thank you for your parenting and for your exhibiting to your children so that they can continue to make a difference in the community. To the Metro local Rotary clubs for making this event possible, to those their charities for underwriting a portion of this program, and a special thanks to our additional sponsors and to your Christine, somebody from Actors Theater of Louisville, Fraser International History Museum, Kentucky Derby Museum, Kentucky Opera, Louisville Bass, Louisville Orchestra, Louisville Science Center, Louisville Zoo, Skyline Chili Restaurant, Speed Museum, Texas Roadhouse. Once again, congratulations to each of you on your accomplishments and your example and the well-deserved recognition that you didn't seek, but which you have earned today. Student honorees, before you leave today, please make sure that you gather up here by the podium because we're going to have a photograph and some special announcements for you. President Hurley.
Let's give Tony a hand. You could walk halfway across Death Valley if that takes No, really, this is an incredible program. And as I was sitting there, I was thinking that my daughter Mia got this award, I think it's about 13 years ago. So you are entering a long string of people who will keep it up. It's incredible. The aura is fantastic. Let's give them another hand. Table around the corner and back in the far corner. Ken Grossman will be there and we'll be glad to answer any questions on Rotary. And with that, we are adjourned.